viewers. Today we're going to talk about what the origin of the state. Now, under the origin of the state, now we're going to talk about what social contract theory. Now, before the existence of what the state now is now. Now, many scholars now, many political thinkers has read about, they have talked about the origin of the state using diverse theory, like force theory, divine right theory, patriarchal, matriarchal, and force theory and social contract theory. But you are going to our focus will be on what the social contract theory. Now, maybe as time go further, we'll talk about what the rest theories. Are you getting me? Now, based on the social contract theory now the state come into existence as a result of people trying to reach an agreement to have a government. These people, they don't have government before, so they see the need of them having what a political institution and an authority that will make things what go further for them. Are you getting me? That is what comes about it. Now, for you to understand what the origin of the state and social contract theory, you need to know the world before, how the world existed, how the people were living when there was no state, and how the people begins to live afterward the existence of what of state. What comes to that? That is how you understand what the concept. That's how you get what more insight or what on the origin of the state and what the social contract theory. Now, let's look at what the world before what the existence of the state now. Now we're meant to understand that what before the existence of the state, there was nothing like state. Are you getting me? We have what we call what the state of nature, in which what men were living by human reasons. Are you getting me? Well, they're living by human reasons. So as time go further, based on things that happen in their own community or that, or let me use the word society, they now find out that what they need what a government. Are you getting me? They need what a political institution. Are you getting me? That is what led to the emergence of the state. Now, for us to talk about what the social contract theory now, we need to focus on what we know that what there are three what political thinkers that talk more about on the social contract theory. Which what if you get any novel or any book for you to read concerning the social contract theory, they will not talk about the social contract theory without mentioning what these three scholars or political thinkers, I like to call them. We have Thomas Hobbes, John Locke, and Rousseau. Now, for you to get better insight, you might not fully concentrate on this. If you read the work of what Cotillier too, if you read the word of Cotillier too, you might get better understanding of the origin of the state too. The work of Cotillier. Cotillier was a minister of Chamberlain. Read his work, Cotillier. Now, when you read this three political thinker, when you try to go through their on the idea of on political thinking, on social contract theory, you will find out that the three of them now, their idea, the way in which their idea differs, you understand? The way in which they put their idea differs. But what they make us to understand in their idea was that the state came into origin, that the state the idea is based on two perspectives. That is what the state is the creation of man, and the state came into existence as well in the form of contract. That is what these three people idea is going to tell us. Now let's look at what Thomas Hobbes' idea now. Thomas Hobbes' idea of the social contract theory comes about in what. If you want to know more about this stuff Thomas Hobbes, you go and read his book, The Leventia. Are you getting me? The Leventia. That is what you know. Now, Thomas Hobbes make us to believe that there was a state of nature, which is brutish, short, nasty, and very, very tragic. You understand? He believed that in that state of nature there was no law. You understand? Survival was by the fittest. That means now, for example, every man for himself. Are you getting me? That is what he tried to tell us. That was what Thomas Hobbes' idea was to him. So, in order for man to live in peace and harmony, now the way he put it was not mean that solely the state of nature was full of war, but he make us to understand it was nasty, brutish, and short. Are you getting me? So in order for men to live in peace, now they come together in order for them to surrender their natural right to a body or an institution or a person. That is what Thomas Hobbes tried to tell us. Now, what made Thomas Hobbes idea to differs from what John Locke and J.J. Rousseau was taught. Now, in the form of the agreement and what on this idea of what on the state of nature is what make it to differ. In the sense that now Thomas Hobbes make us to understand that what now the agreement in which what the agreement on the contract the people reach was not between the people and the government, but what between what the people and what and their self. Are you getting me? He make us understand that what the agreement was not what community and what and the government, but the kind of agreement was what subject and what and subject. So when you read further concerning what Thomas Hobbes idea now, you will find out that what Thomas Hobbes idea was fully concentrated on what on the idea of what absolute what monarchy. Are you getting me? Was fully concentrated on what on the idea of what absolute monarchy. In the sense that he believed that what since the agreement was what between the people that means what the people doesn't have what any form any power or every right over what the government which was what established at that time because what the agreement was based on what on their self. They only reach contract between their self, not with what the government. So the agreement was based on what subject like government. Are you getting me? Subject like government or institution. Then John Locke idea now. What John Locke idea was all about now. John Locke make us to believe that what the way in which what Thomas Hobbes said that what the state of nature was British master that it was not like that. He believed that what the state of nature was what involved what people who were what free and what and equal. Are you getting me? But although there was no law, although there was no government, but people were living based on what of the what of natural law, which was what the law of what of reason, which they call it natural law of what of reason. In which that what as everybody in that society, let me just use that word society, permit me to use the word society, everybody then were told that were know that what they were not impaired to infringe. They were not impaired to infringe on what on the people on another person right property freedom or anything. Are you getting me? That was what we noticed from the idea of what sorry that's what we noticed from the idea of of John Locke. Are you getting me? But now he now begins to go further after he finishes for what with the state of what you see that what in the state of nature now he did not agree with what with Thomas Hobbes. Are you getting me? Now he now begins to go further. He now found out that what now as later on they now begin the people now decide to what to reach what decide to bring about what the state. Now in how did they bring about the state? They will try to what to reach a contract and his form of contract differ from what from the idea of what Thomas Hobbes. The contract was what he said that what the one individual decide to what to reach and an agreement with other individuals for them to what to establish what a community which will bring about what a government that will be able to what to enact or what put this law of reasoning into what practice. Because I told you there that what this law of reasoning the reason why they bring about what they try to reach contract that what they were living based on law of reason, but there was no any government institution to what to bring about what that run or that right of reason to make that right that law of reason what be permanent. Are you getting me? So that was John Locke. So when you now go further, you now find out that what John Locke idea was based on what on limited government. Are you getting me? You know, this one idea was based on what absolute monarchy. John Locke idea was based on what limited government. Limited government. Are you getting me? Then when you now look at what the work of J.J. Rousseau now, J.J. Rousseau idea was also good in the sense that what J.J. Rousseau make us understand that what J.J. Rousseau idea was what inclined with that of what John Locke in the sense that what he believed that what the state of nature was free and men were equal. You understand? He believed that what there was freedom in what in the state of nature. Are you getting me? But as time goes on, when men begins to what to acquire what private property now, so permit me to use the word society. The society begins to change. You understand? The environment begins to change, and they now saw the need of them to what to have what an institution, a political organization, or they now see the need for them to have government. Not that what they can now he now say that what his own idea was based that what the kind of agreement in which what the people reach was what the kind of what community based what government just like what John Locke. But his own is that what that the people are not the people didn't just reach an agreement for them to just form what a type of government that will have what limited power. but the people reach an agreement in the social contract to form a kind of government in which them too they will also be part of what the government. Are you getting me? In which what the right of legislature and the rest was installed on the people. And the way in which what the agreement is that what they didn't form a government that was what absolute or permanent, just like what Thomas Hobbes was ideal. Their own kind of government was the government which we what that which will promote what their right, give them freedom, give them peace. And any government which the kind of government they make in the sense that if the government refuses to what to bring about what to make their demand possible, they also have the power and the right what to remove the government. So when you look at it, then you find out that what J.J. Rousseau idea was based on what popular what sovereignty. So when you look at it further now, you find out that what now these three people idea now on the social contract theory, you make us understand that what the state is in existence as well as a form of what human creation, and also what a form of what a contract. But their narrative now differs. But they are trying to tell us that what each state is not what a natural what substance, but what a substance that was what created by man. Are you getting me? So it was what man that create what the concept was state. Are you getting me? So please you can do this is what I have to tell you concerning this. I think as we go forward, we'll begin to learn more concerning other theory like divine right theory, um, patriarchal and matriarchal theory, force theory too. You understand? We'll begin to talk various type of what political ideas. And one thing you should know that what J.J. Rousseau idea, I think is one of the ideas that brings about what the rise of what French Revolution. Then are you getting me? His idea also motivated what the rise of what French Revolution. Then are you getting me? I know the rise of French Revolution was what was to counter the idea of what the idea of what absolute monarchy then in France. Are you getting me? So thank you very very much. You can just in order for you to get more of this, you can also help me by by subscribing.